Welcome back to Goose Reviews. We got a big one today. Some might say improbable. Um, but I'm back with I'm the One Fish.
Hello again. I am back. And better than ever.
Speaking of things that are back and better than ever, we're going to be talking about Mission Impossible. Sixth
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
That's so good.
Well, I was going to ask what you felt about it, but there you go. Cat's out of the bag.
Oh, good.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
It was intense. It was one of the more intense
Yeah.
Mission Impossibles, I think.
There was one point where, without any spoilers or anything, I thought it was going to be over, and then I was like, "Oh, there's probably like a good hour of this movie left."
Right? It could have wrapped up at some point, but you're like, oh wait, there's twists to be had. We must see the rest.
It's crazy, yeah, absolutely crazy. But before we get too deep into that, let's talk trailers. I had a bunch.
Yes. Me too.
I had 10.
I had like 7.
Like I was telling you, I went with our parents, and my parents finished their large popcorn during the wait time and trailers, which I thought was crazy. And my
Yeah,
dad,
I've done that when I got there way too early. I've done that.
yeah, I've done that too, but never with a tub. But there was two of them, so
Yeah.
and he had time to go fill it back up and come back before the trailers were over.
Jeez.
Yeah, I had Operation Final or Finale or whatever.
Yeah, I
That
had
looks,
that one.
that looks pretty good. The Nutcracker,
I
Mile
didn't have that this time. I've had it before.
Mile 22.
Oh, that's the Mark Wahlberg one.
I can't read this one. Can't. God, I don't know.
Are you trying to show me through the computer?
No,
Because
I'm just trying to like read
our
it.
cameras are not on, sir.
Got it. Predator, Glass, Godzilla. How about that Bumblebee trailer though? You know,
The feels.
makes you feel.
Bumblebee. Transformers 8.
And then that weird Overlord movie.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was kind of weird. That I had Alita, Angel or Death Angel or something like that.
Oh,
That
that's
was
what it
kind
was.
that
It was
looks-
the not the Alita, but the girl in the spider webs. That's what I can't read there.
Oh, that's what I had that one too. I forgot to write that one down. But yeah, I had the girl in the spider's web, a continuation of the girl with the dragon tattoo. Books, movies, series.
Sure.
Yeah, that looked kind of crazy. But
Um,
I finally had Aquaman in theaters.
Finally, the trailer came out last week.
I know, I haven't seen it yet. No, I have. Well, I'd seen it. I just hadn't seen it in theaters.
Well, I had Godzilla, which was crazy awesome in theaters. Sorry.
I bet.
Go on.
I had First Man again. That's the Neil Armstrong. Get to the moon.
Yeah, that looks good.
It does look good. Looks intense.
We're going to the moon. Going
You're a
all
bunch
the
of
way to
boys.
the
You don't know
moon.
anything. Excuse me, lady. There are 19 PhDs between the 7 of us. What do you got?
Excuse me,
I got
lady.
4 kids.
Excuse me, lady. We are men, and this is the '60s. Why are you even here? I qualified it with "this is the '60s." I wasn't being sexist.
Yes, I know. Before we were born.
Yes. Before I was even able to be sexist.
No, that Alita thing, I can't remember exactly what it is. Alita Death Angel, I think, looks interesting. It's a lot of CGI mixed with
Yeah.
live action.
Well, it's
A lot of robots and cyborgs, but it's made by
Battle
some
Angel.
pretty Battle Angel, whatever. It's made by some pretty big hitters. Some big names coming together on that. So
It is. Anime and Hollywood have it mixed well. I mean, again, I have some friends out there that are big. They're really worried about the Gundam movie. And I'm just like, but who else is gonna do it? Who's gonna do the movie and make it look good and make it into theaters?
yeah,
Bollywood.
Ugh.
It's got to be Hollywood. But yeah, sometimes.
Please don't mention Bollywood on this podcast ever again.
Do what I want.
Ever.
Um,
Ever. No.
It's like what was that awful one that they just did with Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, I never saw that movie.
What's it called? Yeah, bad,
I know what I
bad.
know what you're talking about, but I never saw it.
Um, Ghost in the Shell, bad. Anyway, moving on. So lots of good stuff coming out. It just the hits just kept on coming. Predator looks good. Mile 22 looks okay.
It looks a lot like I can't remember what it was.
Mission Impossible.
I don't-
The word like has a very flexible range
What
of
the-
uses, ranging from conventional to
She can't just be on this podcast. Like, turn it off. You're a glorified checkout clerk who didn't even know what the fear of newspaper was.
I muted it. I don't know why it started talking. I didn't mention her name. Go away, Alexa. Alexa, go away.
Go dark. Anyway,
Oh, Alexa, stealth mode.
I watched that Fahrenheit 451 on HBO, and they have these little Yuxi things that are supposed to be like Alexas, and they tell it to go dark. And at one point, he tells it to go dark, and then it like says something to him, and he's like, "What?" It's just you and me now.
Oh.
Yeah, super creepy. Good movie though. Anyway,
So Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. So remember, we're no spoilers. I know it's gonna be hard.
No, I
It's
know
just-
no spoilers, but
Wow.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was I liked it that it was such a intense, less comedic movie.
Yeah, it still had its moments. I chuckled.
Mission Impossible isn't a comedy, not to the extent that some of the like Marvel movies that are supposed to be action or comedies, but this was a suspense spy v spy thriller action movie, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was it was big. It was huge.
Yeah, whole lot of stunts.
Yeah, a whole lot of stunts, a lot of
lot of-
chases, a lot of big action. That's
It was Tom Cruise doing Tom Cruise, man, and it was really good.
it. Really was.
I give it like an 8.5.
I'm gonna give it a 9. I already thought about it all day.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a solid 9.
Wow.
And I'm gonna rate it number 1 out of all 6.
Out of all of them,
Yep.
you like it better than number 2? Are you sure?
Yes, I like it better than number 2. I like it. I think it's the best one.
I don't know, man. 3 is still so good.
3's good, and I did watch them all in preparation for this. I personally think I like 4 a little bit more than 3. After age, 3's good, but it's old still.
Yeah.
You know, the tech really takes off in 4. Things get
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, yeah, they have the whole tallest building in the world climbing on the outside.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the gloves, and it's funny going through and watching them all again. You see the stunts failing more and more as the movies progress. Like the more, like
Well,
Tom
they
Cruise
always
or
fail.
Ethan Hunt ages.
So in the first one, they're in the room with the pressure sensitive floor and all that, and the thing breaks because the guy has to kill the rat. And,
Right,
you know,
and so
that's
he's
the
sitting there, like,
classic.
hovering.
Yeah, the classic hover. Nothing goes wrong in 2 ever.
He almost got hit by birds in 2.
No, I try to block it from my memory. 2's so bad. 2, they just made him like just such a superhero. He just couldn't
Yeah.
be killed. He just couldn't be stopped. Couldn't be hurt.
And everything was so nonchalantly impossible.
Yeah, it was over the
Like-
top. He would like.
Like
Oh, go ahead.
in the beginning of that movie, number 2, where he's got the car chase with the chick. And they're like cruising down the super windy road in between trucks and everything. He's just like not even looking at the road, just looking at her, and everything's just kind of like, this is easy.
Yeah, right.
Can you concentrate, please?
Yeah.
You sir are going to drive off the road.
Best part of that one is the first scene where he's climbing the rocks, and then he throws the Oakleys and they explode. And that's it. Movie's downhill from there. Yeah. Movie's downhill from there. But anyway, not the case in this movie. This movie starts off awesome and just keeps on riding up. So
Oh yeah.
character development is off the chain. You would think after 6 movies that you knew who all the characters were, but I would say that they built it even more.
Oh, they did great. A lot of depth was added, especially to like Ving Rhames,
Yeah,
Luther.
Look at
Watch out,
watch out!
Benji.
Fast and the Furious, Mission Impossible is going to catch you. They're going for 10.
Right?
Like,
Make it happen.
yep, I'm in. I'm game.
I'll watch them all.
You know, whatever people say, whatever they want. Fast and the Furious, they keep getting better too. So,
I haven't watched one.
they broke the mold.
I haven't watched Fast and Furious since like 5.
Whatever, man. Go watch 7 and then cry a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, I cried. And then I cried at the Wiz Khalifa concert when everybody sang that song. Like, it was like right after Paul Walker died.
Oh.
It's like the song, but anyway, moving on. So, great movie, has to be seen in theaters. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Skip a meal and go see it.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can't afford it, skip a meal
Oh.
and go see it.
No, I literally skipped lunch so I could get off work early and get to the showing in time.
Yeah,
Crazy.
steal your grandma's toaster, sell it, whatever you got to do. Go see this movie in theaters. It's a good one. It'll hold us over until Maverick comes out.
Right?
Which now I'm
That'll
just
be
like,
good.
that's gonna be great. Like, Dad rolled his eyes when I told him about it, but I mean, has he let us down?
No.
What's that? He doesn't fit the mold. Everybody's always like, he's too small to play it. But those movies were was it Jack Ryan?
Jack Reacher?
Jack Reacher. Those are great.
Yeah.
Tom
pretty
Cruise
good.
being Tom
No,
Cruise.
He's the totally wrong build and body type.
He's supposed to
for
be
what
like
the character is in the book,
6'4", and
yes, like 6'6".
he's supposed to look like
220 pounds.
Bryce Woodall is what he's supposed to look like. But
Well, he's supposed to be like a big MP.
yeah,
And he's not. And Tom Cruise is not.
I like to
ever
think,
described as big except for Tropic Thunder.
except by himself. I like to think that it's actually Ethan Hunt. You know, like,
We can't get into. What do you mean? Are you talking about Maverick?
no, I'm talking like he's always Ethan Hunt. Like, in Jack
in every
Reacher,
movie?
like, yeah,
It's all connected.
it's all,
universe, and
yeah,
it's
it's just
Ethan
all
Hunt
Ethan
playing
Hunt.
different
Yeah,
role.
'Cause that's what I thought when that first trailer came out for the newest one. He's sitting in the diner.
Mhm.
With Jack Reacher. I was like, oh, it's another Mission Impossible. Oh, nope, Jack Reacher. Anyway, let's get into some spoilers. I'm giving it a 9+. I don't want to give it any more decimals, but a 9+, 9.1.
Yeah. 8.5, 9.
Best,
right there.
Best Mission Impossible yet. I'm going to say yet because I'm guessing he's not done because he's going to make a buttload of money off this one.
Yeah. This one was really, really good.
So,
really, really good.
stick around, listen to some spoilers. Get yourself pumped. We're not going to try to go too far into it because it's a 2.5-hour movie, so we're going to try to keep this one about an hour.
Yeah, we're just gonna hit some highlights. Maybe talk about if there's anything we didn't like.
Pages
But
worth of notes. But anyway, all right. So let's do it. Let's hit it.
spoiler alert!
Spoilers! Spoilers!
Welcome to the spoiler zone.
Spoilers!
Yes.
I don't really have a spoiler. I was thinking of one, and I just can't think of one.
How about when Superman turns into Two-Face and then turns into No-Face?
No, that's a spoiler for this. I wanted a spoiler from a different.
Oh.
Oh,
jump right into that
There we
one.
go. All right, so we're skipping to the end again. No.
Everybody's dead. No, they're not. I was
Anyway,
fooled.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In Cars, all he has to do is turn left to go right. So
That's all I thought of when that happened.
no,
Turn right to go left. Turn right to go left.
That was
turn
my
right to go left.
spoiler for this one. All right, so let's get into it. I love all the cool ways in all the movies and the little bits of the TV show that Mom made me watch when we were kids. That they deliver the missions to the agents. It's gotta cost.
yeah.
It's gotta cost a fortune to get a different way every time, but it's so cool.
Yeah. And this time was very old school, I thought.
Very old school, but yet high tech at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have a guy come out and he like does the code words.
I
from
am the storm. Oh,
I am the
that
storm.
was so awesome.
Storm comes, I am the storm. It's such a good quote. But yeah, and it's not the high tech glasses. It's not some contact lens projector. It's nothing like that.
It's not even the record that was a projector. Like that's straight Futurama from the last one.
Yeah, it's like
It's a-
like reels and a projector screen.
Although the reels stay flat and the projector does pop up, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then that scene where the smoke just billows and he closes the book and it's super dramatic. I was like, oh, it's so cool. It's from the trailer.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. There was a lot of cool moments of just like, man, this is spy movie at its best.
Yeah, and
Like,
what I thought was cool is, like I said, I watched all the other ones leading up to this. This is the first time that there has been, other than his wife, any other tie-in. There's like people that come back, like Luther and Sean Pegg makes his reoccurrence. I don't think she was the girl, the agent, what's her name? Elsa was only in the last one, so
yeah, she was in 5.
but she wasn't in 4. So it's kind of cool to see all these people like that. It actually connected to 5, like not
It
just
connected very directly to 5.
and not just to
It was
5.
later.
All over the entire thing, there were connections. Like all over the different movies, there were little connections here and there. Some were just like cinematic throwbacks, but
Yeah.
some were huge connections that were nice, interesting surprises, weren't they?
Well, and there was a lot of gonna make you think and rethink who Ethan Hunt is. Like, what's your loyalty to this guy, or does it change your mind? When they're doing the whole plot about is he a traitor, is he not?
Right. I mean, come on. Do we really think Ethan Hunt's a traitor?
No, but they make you think about it.
So I liked well, first of all, that whole thing where they lose the plutonium was crazy and pretty obvious. I'm sad they fell for that.
Yeah, I was kind of like, hey, and this is Simon Pegg's fault. Like, don't run away from it.
Yeah, you keep an eye on the plutonium.
Yeah. They just kind of left. It was like, oh, that was a dumb mistake.
But glad he saved Luther.
Yeah, he saved Luther, but Benji just runs out into the street with a gun and leaves the plutonium just sitting there, and it's like, well,
You blew it.
probably could have done something a little different there.
Oh, can I say something about Henry's mustache? Or what's his name? Henry? Is it Henry?
Henry Cavill, Superman.
I think that his mustache looks worse than the CGI removal of his mustache. Like, what is that?
It's a mustache,
It
man.
looks bad.
It's because he like pulls his lips in when he gets angry, and so
And then he pushes
like,
him out when
shoots
he
out.
talks. Is it? It's because he's
Yeah.
British, huh?
it's weird.
And he tries to hide his. It's when he's hiding his British accent. He's British, right? He's one of the. Everyone in Hollywood is British.
Right now, I think so. Yeah,
Um.
but I don't know. I thought his character was pretty awesome.
Oh, I liked him a lot.
He was really good.
He was a
At
beast.
first, I didn't realize who he was going to be, like, how he develops through the movie, but I kind of got a thought in the beginning when they're in the airplane and jumping out and all this stuff. I was like, this guy might be the next, Ethan Hunt.
Right.
If Tom Cruise is feeling old, they could bring him in. But that's not possible.
Not anymore.
No.
He won't be
I missed Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, I wrote that down. No Buckeye.
Yeah. No, Buckeye?
Did I say Buckeye? Hawkeye. I wrote Hawkeye, but whatever. Yeah, what was that about? Too busy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Too busy filming Avengers 4?
Probably.
Yeah, right. He wasn't even in 3.
He's going to be in 4. You know what's going to happen.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, but I liked Superman. I liked the whole skydive thing.
I liked the CNN thing. It was obvious that they were tricking him, but it was still really cool. The whole dramatic.
They set it up so
They set it
well,
up
man.
so well. He's stuck. The scientist is in the room, and they have to call the We'll make it. We'll have them read your manifesto, your terrorist manifesto, with one phone call. So they have this whole elaborate CNN live. Like it just looks like it's showing this terrorist attack of nukes going off, and they're trying to get information out of this scientist that built the nukes, and he thinks it's 2 weeks later. So they make the phone call,
1 hour.
and they have the CNN reporter start reading. He unlocks the encrypted files, and he's just laughing the whole time. And then the whole room just opens, like all the walls fall, and Benji's in a mask 2 feet away doing the news report. Like it's not even like they're in a different room. Like,
And that's Benji's like dream, like in 5
is to always be wearing a
and
mask.
4.
Yeah.
He's just like, man, I want to wear a mask. Can I wear a mask? And then in 4, like the mask thing just like breaks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Doesn't work because in the hotel, so
Right.
he can't get one there. So it's like just give Benji a mask, and he finally gets one.
He gets 2.
Yeah, he does awesome.
And then and then the airplane, and then it's not easy. Will shows up. You had to have thought of Will when you saw the storm, right? I wasn't the only one.
He is an international troublemaker now.
Even trying to stop. He's trying to stop impossible missions from being completed.
Can't do it.
No,
Can't stop him.
can't stop him. What was that about? Jumping through a storm? That's absolutely crazy talk.
Yeah.
I watched Deadpool. There was a light breeze and they all died.
They just go for it. And then what's his name? Walker blacks out.
Yeah.
So Ethan like saves him, gives him his oxygen and everything. It's like, hey man, you lost your oxygen.
Because he almost died. It falls off the roof.
And so when the look that Ethan gives him, he's like, freaking new guy.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Oh,
Come on, man.
so he's got a reputation too. He hunts down apostles and kills them. So I'm wondering if he actually does.
Yeah, right? Does he actually go through with it, or does
Or
he?
are they even apostles? Like, are they just random rogue agents? Since that's why he kills them.
That's possible too.
So they have that bathroom fight that is very deceiving on the trailer. It looks like it's going to be Tom Cruise and Superman going at it
Yeah,
in the trailer, and it's not. They're fighting together, and that is so intense. And
that is a great fight.
that dude, what was his name? Lark
Yeah, John Lark, the Asian dude.
Decoy, I guess.
Yeah,
He was awesome. He whooped them both.
he was crazy good.
He
Like
whooped 'em
he was just
both.
going to town, and then he's standing there in his full suit, and it's like, oh, this guy.
And Tom Cruise just kind of rolls his eyes and runs at him anyway and plows him through
it's
a
like,
wall.
all right, well, here we go.
I guess, if I have to.
That fight was so cool, and then, what's her name shows up
Yeah, Elsa.
and just shoots him.
Right in the head. Can we still make a mask? You need a face for that.
You need a face to make a mask. And what is that new mask machine? Like, it's flat. How does this work?
I'm guessing it builds it and it starts growing as it goes.
How long until Mission Impossible starts using nanobots
Hopefully
like
not.
Iron Man to just whip a mask on and off? Hold on, I gotta say a sentence. Let me take this mask off.
They're not that bad about it.
I know. No, I know Mission Impossible's not, but Marvel is.
Yes, they are. And then we get to meet Max's daughter. That was a nice little twist, huh? Did you even
Max's daughter?
You didn't catch that?
Did I not?
She's Max's daughter.
Oh yeah, the White Widow.
Yeah,
She's Max from Impossible 1.
Yeah, Max,
Mission
the
Impossible.
arm dealer's daughter. I thought that was super cool, and she even talks like her.
Yeah.
I
No. Yeah,
I really wanted.
I totally connected that.
I really wanted her
You
to
jumped
call
a
him.
subject on me.
No, I said
And
then we get to meet Max's daughter. Like that's how you change a subject, and then
Yeah, but you lost me. You could have said White Widow,
her
but she was awesome.
was she?
I thought she was very, very pretty as well.
She was cool. She's just like her mom, making back alley
Well,
deals with the government.
Right, and she can fight. That butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Stab.
Everybody gets stabbed. You get stabbed. You get stabbed. Everybody gets stabbed.
You get a blade, and you get a blade. Yeah,
So that was
pretty
there were
sick.
some crazy fight scenes, like the one where they're trapped in the stall and the Asian guy wakes up, Parker or Lark.
And right before that, when the other guys are making fun of the drunk guy.
Can we join you?
We won't bite.
That was nuts. They're in like a just a regular stall, and he wakes up and just starts punching him, and the stall like bursts open
Yeah,
with the weight of all three of their bodies.
and then Superman hits him through the mirror.
Oh, onto the other side, and he just gets back up. No, he pulls out the
Oh,
pipe
he pulled the pipe.
and then just starts beating people to death. I like when the guys walk in after the fight, and there's like just so much blood on the ground from when the guy got shot in the head. And so the girl, Elsa, holds his head back, and she's like, "That's all right, let the bleeding stop." And so Henry's Agent Walker has his head back, and he's like, she's like, "All right, just hold on till the bleeding stops." And these guys walk in, and Tom Cruise, like, in French, is like, "What, you guys want some more? Or you want some too?" And they walk off.
Yeah, it was pretty intense because I thought they were gonna start fighting them.
Yeah,
And just
or that they
intimidates
were,
them
or
out
that
of
they
it.
were going to freak out and go get security or something.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
That
those
was
guys that
cool.
were making fun of him at first that came in were going to see the gun on the ground and freak out.
Ah, true.
Yeah, so because they showed the gun, so I thought that's when it was going to come into play. So anyway, they eventually work with Max's daughter, White Widow. They think that Lark is trying to buy the plutonium from her, but what it is, it's a deal that he is to free Solomon Lane. There's our big connection. The head of the syndicate. The Apostles, I know we kind of offhandedly mentioned him, are the new group that formed that kind of worship Solomon. They want him back.
Yeah.
So the deal is Ethan Hunt now has to break out Solomon Lane and then sell him back to the Apostles to get the plutonium back. So White Widow's the one that brokers this deal, and in Ethan Hunt fashion, they get him out through a citywide chase through France. Paris,
Yeah, Paris.
which was just crazy. You get to see the scene where he broke his ankle.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I went, "Ugh," when it
It
happened.
looks so bad too, because it's like not a sideways break. He like hits his.
You can see it on his face
Ugh.
too that he's just in actual pain.
Well, yeah, he finishes the run on the roof.
He
climbs up. Oh
No, I thought it was when he dies behind the bush after he falls off his motorcycle.
no! It's when he jumps across the building and lands just short of the roof.
I thought it was. I heard he broke it when he fell off the motorcycle.
No, it's when he jumps and his foot hits first, and it like breaks his ankle. He climbs up and limps past the camera, and that's when
He
his
does.
ankle's
He does go
broken.
from limp to no limp quite a few times in this movie.
Yeah.
But
But no, that was when it happened, and it looks so bad.
so they get Solomon Lane, and it starts. They're in a big truck, okay. They're in a pretty big, like a U-Haul sized truck. For those of our people not in America, how would you describe that?
A straight freight truck.
Small though, not a big freight truck.
Maybe
18.
I was thinking 18 feet,
Yeah,
16 feet.
and not a big diesel engine, just a small engine. So
Yeah,
they
it's not a semi truck. It's not a lorry.
Yeah, so they start with that, with guys in the back that just get thrown around like dogs.
That was funny.
That was hilarious.
They're
to
just like
watch.
getting tossed left, right, and then they finally get tossed out the back door, and they're
And
just
the
like,
cop-
oh,
and the cops just pull right up. So they're running. They and then they go down an alleyway and they smash it so they can like get away, and then they jump onto bikes, and they run through the city in bikes. Oh yeah, and Solomon's at the bottom of the river, and they get him out. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, they got him out all sneaky like.
Yeah, before the cops could even get there, that was
Well, and the camera work in that scene was so cool.
yeah, where he's like
Because with the wall of water
He has
that you
hold-
see,
he
in the,
holds
you
his
see it in the
breath.
trailer, but
it just makes a little
Yeah,
more sense
that's-
now. What's going on?
Yeah, it's like that wall of water was crazy.
So then they go from the bikes into a boat. They
That
ride
motorcycle chase though, I was just thinking, man, the reaction time and the skill
Oh,
of
right.
just going against traffic, weaving in and out, and then
Well, even the way they filmed it, you got to think those cars are probably sitting still, and he's just riding through them. That's still got to be pretty hard.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. It was great. It was
That
great
was,
to
yeah,
see.
super intense scene. Like the whole chase on the bike was just you're waiting for something terrible to happen.
Yeah.
And then
Then it does.
and then it does, and then he smashes pretty hard, jumps behind a bush, falls down into a boat. So then they get away in a boat. They get to the rendezvous point, and they get into a very small BMW.
Which is just hilarious. Why'd they put the bad guy in front?
Yeah, why
Well,
not?
before they put him in, before they put him in, they opened the doors.
And he was going to go in the back.
Well, and then there's that.
Oh, how sad was that?
It was just like, please walk away. Just walk away,
And
please.
they shot that cop. I was like, what? Oh, and then Ethan being Ethan.
Yeah, he takes them out. It's like,
I loved all the music and the beat in this was still just like when there's a scene where Agent Walker and I forget her name, the head of the CIA,
oh,
Erica?
the head of the sea? No, Sloane.
Erica Sloan.
Yeah, Erica. They refer to her as Sloane.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett.
What's the woman's name that makes Task Force X or the Suicide Squad? They should meet.
Oh yeah, I think would they get along or would one end up dead?
I don't know. They probably eat each other. So, or take over the world. Who knows? And then there's a potato famine in Idaho. We'll rule as two kings. So, they walk down a hallway, and the music's just perfect. Like they're in step. He even looks at his watch, and the music's like right on. It's great.
Yeah.
I loved it. Everything. The music was fantastic in this movie. Just gonna throw that out there. All the entire score and soundtrack was awesome.
Well, and I like that it goes back to like not just having a song from some artist. It's like soundtrack. It's scores. It's at times it's like orchestral sounding.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they do, and they have both. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and then the music as he runs away through the church funeral, ancient chanting.
Oh yeah,
I am so sorry.
that was so awkward.
Super awkward.
Oh, so I was gonna say, so they're in the chase scene, in the BMW, and Elsa shoots at them, trying to kill Solomon because she has to kill him for MI6. Which does that count as saying the title of the movie? MI6.
Yes.
Oh, yes, because they said it twice.
Totally.
Then because he says something.
Totally.
Because the other guy says something about if your mission, if you choose to accept it, and then he says something about your the fallout, and I'm gonna count that one too. So they said it twice. Yes.
Oh yeah, they covered it completely.
Yeah, so she has to kill Solomon Lane to basically be free from the government because they're still suspicious that she's actually a double agent.
Yeah,
Um,
and she almost gets him. She makes
Almost.
his ear. She
So-
Mike Tyson's his ear.
it's nerve-wracking how calm he is through that entire. He doesn't say a single word to Ethan.
No, it's super quiet. Like
he doesn't even. Ethan keeps looking at him. Tom Cruise keeps looking at him, and he doesn't say a word. He's just, and I think he knows, like he just doesn't want to bother him, doesn't want to rattle him. He wants to get out of here alive, and
Yeah,
He
no,
just
and that
stays
guy
com-
even in 5 is like super calm except for the little outbursts.
yeah, he has little outbursts.
Like he's very very calm on the outside, and then he'll have outbursts. But no, the Luther and Benji don't talk to him at all. Like
Well-
they don't say a word. Nobody says a word on the boat the whole time. Like they get onto the ship, they transfer into the garage. Nobody says anything until they open the door and there's the lady cop.
Oh,
And then they're like,
yeah.
then they start talking.
And so I was going to say something. Now that we know that Agent Walker is the betrayer, sorry, spoiler, not really.
You were warned.
Yeah, it's it's really a non-plot twist. It's actually what I wrote in my notes. Because it's surprise,
I trusted Superman.
From the second he tried to set up Ethan, I was like, well, he's the double agent. It's either him or Sloane.
Well, it's always the guy who is
Yeah.
hunting the mole that is the mole.
Just don't say
Trying
anything.
to frame
Just don't
someone
say anything about his mole. I just want
Guacamole.
to chop it up and make guacamole. So,
Holy moly.
knowing what we know now,
Mole, mole, mole.
when he still has his mask on, he turns to Benji and he says, "I'm Agent Walker, by the way." I'm wondering if he was letting Solomon know,
He might have been.
and we just didn't catch it.
I'm Walker, by the way.
Why
Was the small
why-
car your idea?
Yeah, is the small car your idea? Why introduce yourself in front of the terrorist?
Yeah, and that's one thing about all the Mission Impossible movies. They never use like a code name. Like it's always Ethan, Luther, Benji. There's no code names like ever.
Well, they are nobody. They don't really have fingerprints. I don't think they are. That is their code name. They do all the time. He was Doctor whatever when he met Angela's or Julia's husband.
They improv a name or they make something up on the spot, but when they're in like mission, it's the Ethan or in Ilsa. It's not they don't make up some craziness. It's not Eagle One.
Look, man, I don't know. I'm not part of the Impossible Mission Force. Okay?
Mhm.
Maybe that's their code names.
I don't know. Because in was it 3?
I was like, don't use
No,
two.
4. No, in 4, where's the one where the guy takes his wife?
3.
Is that 3?
Yes.
Because he finds who his wife is because he says his name is Ethan. Because Luther says, Ethan, stop. And so he
Right.
says, Ethan.
But
And then
the only reason he knows
Once
he
gets
has a
away, he goes and
wife
finds...
is because he's wearing his wedding ring, which was dumb of him.
Yes, but also he gave his name away.
That's true.
And so I always kind of think, why don't they use some kind of code name? But whatever.
Whatever. Then we're just confusing.
I guess. Not really.
We gotta learn a new code name every movie, Sean.
Oh, why not? I had a thought. When they break out Solomon Lane from the truck, and this was eliminated because it ended up being like a bad plan from the brother where the plan was to kill everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was like, why don't they just use the same stuff they used in 3 to break out the bad guy there to just like disintegrate the side of the truck? Like just copy that plan. It worked.
Well, to quote Basher from Oceans, you don't run the same gag twice. You do the next gag.
That wasn't his gag though.
I'm just saying. It was Mission Impossible's gag.
I guess.
Next big thing, Let's get somebody in there with a oxygen tank and pull him out instead. Why London? Like, why did the trade take place in London, of all places? Hey,
Because that's where White Widow.
let's meet in a place that has CCTVs on every corner and trade a known terrorist. Like,
She works with the government and makes it easy
the
for 'em.
most monitored city, like, in the world. Let's go there. With, like, 4 of the most wanted people in the country. What?
Yeah.
Or in the world. That doesn't make any sense to me. Not, like, let's meet in, Bulgaria.
Yeah, some out of the way, nowhere place.
Yeah. Ethiopia. No one will ever know. Just some warlord making a deal,
Yeah.
Whatever. So I was really sad that Alec Baldwin's character died.
Yeah. And they kind of referenced Mission Impossible 1 with the way he died. The stabbing and pulling him back against pulling him into the fence.
True.
That's the way the one guy died when he lost the knock list.
Well, you know, they had their problems, but he's never like. I remember in 5, he's just like he has the prime minister in the room, not knowing that Ethan's the other guy wearing the mask.
Yeah.
And he's like, Ethan Hunt is fate manifest or whatever. He has chosen you as his single, and he's like says all these really nice things like about Ethan. Like it's just like, I mean, they're terrifying things. Like I wouldn't want to be the focus of Ethan either, but just like I wouldn't want to get punched by Agent Walker, like in real life. Like that guy's a beast.
Yeah, he's big.
Um,
When he's shooting a gun out of the helicopter, you're just like, oh, he's carrying this humongous gun.
I think that Alec Baldwin didn't like his, in 5 or whatever, his character, Alan Huntley, didn't like his methods at first, but like had enormous respect for Ethan's character.
Yeah.
And it showed, and he knows that he'll choose the one, and it was hard for Ethan to even let him die. And he was just like, go catch the big bad.
Yeah, do what you do, man. He hasn't failed the country or the world yet, so
Almost.
But
And then that chase scene. So then they're running through London, and that was very good of Luther to stab Agent Walker with the tracker.
Yeah, that was very smart. Thinking on his feet.
Just enough pain to get him off him too.
Yeah.
And then they have that chase scene through the city where apparently Benji's never used a GPS before. Or a tablet.
Yeah, he goes a little bit backwards in his knowledge. He's like super tech CIA guy.
And now he's just having a real hard time with that one piece. Just a little frazzled, I think, after getting shot at a few times. And
maybe I think the stress might have something to do with it, but jeez. He's got just the top-down view.
Well, remember in the beginning when they're like, he's like, you're not calm. He's like, I'm calm. No, you're super worried right now. I'm worried and calm. You can be worried and calm at the same time. No, you can't. Yeah, Ethan does it all the time. What?
No, he's calm.
No, he's just calm. You cannot tell me that Ethan's calm all the time. Sure, I'll take care of you or whatever. He's got like this like winning smile.
Yeah, it's so funny.
So yeah, that chase scene where he's like, why is he running in circles? Because he's got it on flat mode, so he doesn't know.
He's running up the stairs.
It just looks like he's running through a lobby in circles.
Why are you waiting? I'm jumping out a building. And you find, I had it in 2D mode.
Well, then he had it upside down somehow because he had it on screen lock or whatever.
I had it on screen lock. Yep.
Maybe it was too simple. Maybe he's used to using like higher tech.
Maybe something happened, but man, he almost goofed that one up pretty bad. Go right, no left.
Well, and that's not the only time that happens in the movie. With the right and the left, Luther's like, all right, cut the black wire in my right hand. The black wire in your right hand? Yes. That wire in... Are you sure? Yes, the red wire in my left hand.
And then the ex-wife, yeah. I was just making sure. I like her.
What
It's
else?
funny. She almost played a bigger role in this movie than she did in 3 when she was kidnapped.
Yeah, I agree. I liked her in 3 and in this movie. I wish she played a bigger role. I'm sad that they cut her out so fast.
Yeah, no, I definitely think she's great, and her chemistry with Ethan is really good.
Yeah.
Like when they see each other at the camp, and you're just like, it's her. Crap.
Right.
And then, yeah, our guardian angel. And he was like, oh, crap. All part of their plan. Ah!
They're so good at this. Yeah, that was good. I mean, yeah, they really set him up.
Yeah, they got me with the feels a little bit at the end when it's just her and him talking. And she's like, and you're gonna be there to save the world and net and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, Or when Luther was telling her their story to Ilsa.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Luther's gonna cry, man. Don't do it. You're gonna make me cry.
Luther was crying.
Well, and that's why Simon Pegg bounced, because he was crying. And I was just like, oh, stop it.
So let's just talk about the last. Well, I mean, we still got a lot to talk about. I think we breezed a little through this movie because
Well, there's so much.
there's so much. I don't want to spoil a lot of it, you know.
Well, and the action is so good, and it's hard to just describe action.
Right, right.
In this media, but
I
wow,
can
the
think about-
helicopters,
You know.
shooty, pew pew.
So
Yeah.
let's hold on. Let's back up.
Okay.
Let's just take a breath.
Where are we going?
Let's just all breathe for a second. No, you're gonna hyperventilate.
Isn't how this works? Where are we going?
This movie was so intense that it just didn't feel like a 2 hour and 20-minute movie. It was so good, and I was at the edge of my seat the entire time. I don't know, I could tell the whole theater, people were like gasping, and one woman a couple seats down from me was literally sitting there like with her hands on her knees watching the movie. Mom was like like all the time.
No, there was definitely a lady in mine that was like out loud, like astonished at a whole bunch of stuff. She said, "Oh no, wait,
It was crazy.
how?" You know, it was nuts. It was just some of the twists too that people didn't see coming. And it was just like, man,
It was good.
like the whole thing. Where was it when it all comes out that Walker's the bad guy? They're about to do the trade, and they're underground. The lights go off. Yeah, it's
And then
that whole thing.
He's got, we got you now. Oh, okay. That's too. How about that old switcheroo? I don't even know if I should talk about that. Is that too big of a spoiler?
I
Whatever.
don't know.
So
I knew it was gonna happen. Like I saw it. I was like, oh, they switched him.
that was so cool though, and he fell
No,
for
they
it.
did it. They did it perfect, and he fell for it. But yeah, I was like, well, they switched him. That's
So,
Got it.
Sloane's absolutely right. The IMF is nothing but a bunch of kids in mass.
it's Halloween. Bunch of grown men
Oh
wearing
yeah, a
rubber-
bunch of grown men wearing masks. I like when he tells Benji he's gonna be pretending to be Solomon Lane, and he's like, "Why do I have to do it?" And he looks over at Luther, and Luther just like points at himself, up and down, points at Benji's character, and they're like, "All right, fine." Like, the size difference is completely obvious. There's no way that Luther's gonna be fooling anybody into thinking he's.
Yeah. Why do I gotta be him? Well, look at me. Now look at you. Now look at him. Now back at me. Now look back at you.
Yeah.
I'm on a horse.
The only other one that could do it is Tom Cruise, and he's going to be a little busy.
Yeah, he's occupied. Yeah, no, that was one of the few comedic moments.
Yeah, there were some good ones though, like when he falls off the helicopter,
Yeah.
or when he runs over Elsa.
Oh man. He apologized for it.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's fine.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. I forgive you. Yeah, she was everywhere too. She just kept showing up.
She was following.
For like the first half of the movie was like uninvited. Like, man, why are you here again?
She was just following White Widow the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's just so much
that-
in this movie.
I'm just trying to think. I'm probably most enjoyed the whole helicopter thing.
Yeah, I did. I liked it from the. What was that? Just supplies on the end of that payload? You think?
Yeah, I
I
think
thought
so.
it was dead bodies at first.
No, it was some kind of like canvas bags, but no, it was pretty sweet. The whole getting onto the helicopter, then comms are restored. I'm on a helicopter. What? You on a helicopter? You can fly a helicopter? I'm working on it.
Did he say he's in a helicopter? It doesn't sound like they had that Luther had any confidence in Ethan's ability to fly a helicopter.
Was he wrong?
He did a pretty darn good job.
Well, he did, but at first he crashed it, to be honest.
Look, I have never, ever flown a helicopter in Battlefield that I have not successfully crashed. Okay.
At least it was a successful crash.
I usually end up taking out some people. Sometimes they're on my team with me. But that's why we all have code names like Thumbelina and Tooth Fairy. And anyway, so they're very graceful. I'm no like Alex or Terry who can actually fly. But anyway, but he kills it once he figures out how to fly it.
Once he figures out how to fly, he's like, first of all, he's like, okay, we've got speed here.
And power.
This is power this way. I pull this thing. All right, let's go.
I like how he tried to drop the payload and he missed.
Oh, you missed. He barely missed.
That would have been game over right there.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Almost dropped all those dead bodies on them.
Yeah, and then they go through like 10 minutes of just helicopters just flying at each other.
He's trying to ram us.
He's crazy.
He was trying, and it was nuts. He was like smoking, and just trying to ram another helicopter out of the sky.
His engine's on fire.
He scared that other pilot to death when he dove into the clouds. What are you doing? I'm not going down. I don't know what's down there. And he comes flying right back up at him. He's trying to ram him. Pull up.
Oh, did you like the moment when he shows up in the helicopter door?
Oh,
and the guy
like
just
hesitant
when looks at him like, huh?
Wait a minute.
What?
How are you even here?
Right?
Should I shoot you?
Face, like, how?
I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
All right. Honestly, I'm not even mad.
Look, man, take the helicopters. Just don't kill me.
Yeah.
Gone. He fell.
He's out. See ya.
That was just nuts. So he pulls out that big gun. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, just some kind of machine gun.
And he just started. Those tracer rounds are flying.
Yeah,
absolutely
so
nuts. Cool. And he's.
Well, then there's the crash.
Well, and that's literally when I was. That's literally when I was thinking to myself, how intense is Maverick gonna be? Like that's literally I was sitting there thinking to myself, man, next. Help me out here. Top Gun movie's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Unless he's just gonna be like an instructor.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen much about it.
All I've seen is the poster where he's standing next to an airplane.
So is it an origin?
I don't know. You're the Top Gun fan. You should look.
I should look. Eventually.
July 12th, 2019.
We got a year to look.
Yeah, then the crash. I do have a beef sandwich. With the crash.
Roast beef.
Is this 1995? What was that CGI?
Yeah, when he rolls.
Not only when he rolls, when he rear ends the other helicopter, it was bad.
Yeah, some of that
CGI was pretty bad.
High speed CGI got kind of
didn't look great. Did not look great. I would say that's the only thing in the movie, the only effect in the movie that didn't really fly.
Dude, they're bringing Val Kilmer back for
how?
Top Gun Maverick. I don't know. He's in it.
Probably flashback. Oh, Iceman. I thought he was Goose. Sorry. Who's Goose?
No, he's Iceman.
We're not talking about Top Gun. Focus.
Goose is dead.
That's what I said. That's what I thought. I was like, what, is he a ghost? Ooh, spooky Goose.
But, no, after the crash, though, when they're they're falling off the cliff, and he just unbuckles his seatbelt and flies at him.
Right. Well, first he buckles himself back in as the other helicopter starts rolling at him.
You rolling at him?
Yeah. So he crashes, and he's Ethan's sitting at the edge of the cliff, and then Agent Walker's helicopter starts rolling again, and the pilot goes flying out and is dead.
And he gets burned.
Oh, and yeah, then they roll off the
Burn
cliff
the hot
together,
oil.
and then the hot oil pops open and burns half of his face, and he
Oh,
becomes
he turns into Two-Face.
no, he's Bizarro. That's what I put in my notes. I was like, he's Bizarro now because he's Superman.
I was like, these DC crossovers are getting crazy.
Bizarro smash. Oh wait, no, wrong. What was with the Wakanda music though? Like while they were having that fight up there,
I don't know.
that was crazy. I was like, why did they got Wakanda music going? Because they're having a fight on a cliff. Like,
It's popular right now.
I was doing the Wakanda shrug while I was sitting there.
Shrug, bounce, bounce, shrug, bounce, bounce.
And then we had so that was crazy. So a little unrealistic that rope, or what do you call it, that winch,
The hook.
the hook,
The hook.
caught, but still really cool effect.
Well, and you had to know something's gonna happen with that helicopter now in the course of the fight, because the hook is caught, and you're like, okay, they're focusing, showing you the hook, showing you the helicopter dangling off the cliff, It's not just gonna be a fist fight. Something's gonna happen with this helicopter. And
Hold on a
it
second.
does.
Hold on. You are choppy. Go ahead. Say that all again.
Okay. No, so they're focusing on the helicopter, and you know something's gonna happen because they show you the hook get caught. They zoom out so you can see the helicopter dangling from the cliff, and then they come back into the two who are about to fight or continue fighting, I guess.
Right, and so then the hook moves. They end up falling off the cliff, and they're climbing, and the hook gets moved a little bit, and so they start free climbing, which is a throwback to 2.
Yeah, I thought to myself, well, he should be fine with this. He's an accomplished climber.
Yeah, he's a known climber. He's been known to free climb.
Yeah.
And then he pulls the rope, and that hook
Well,
goes.
he sees it. He sees it shift once. Oh. Yeah, he pulls it.
He pulls it down, and that thing goes. It's all taut, and it's a steel rope, or like a metal cable,
Yeah.
and it just bungees
Oh.
and just takes him out. Takes Agent
Oh.
Walker out.
Through the forehead, like right in the middle of the face.
Yeah, he won't be in Mission Impossible 7. That's for sure.
No. Man, my jaw literally dropped, and I was like, oh, brutal.
Yeah, I said brutal.
Absolutely.
So that was crazy. We're going to talk about the nukes now, and so they had to disarm these nukes, and I thought it was kind of cool the way they described it. So instead of just finding the 2 bombs, which I thought was kind of weird, they were both next to each other.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of having 2 right there. Like, what's the?
I think just to make sure they couldn't disarm them, like just in case they disarmed one.
I mean, I figure 1 is probably good enough.
But so they had them both right there. Whatever, I don't care. But they couldn't disarm one because once they disarmed one, if they tried to disarm one, it would turn the other one onto fail-safe mode, and you couldn't disarm either one at that point, and they would just go off after the timer.
Yeah.
Unless they took the key out of the detonator, which would short-circuit it and giving them the ability to disarm them.
Yeah, but they had to do it at the exact same time.
Right. And the key had to
Still.
be out of the detonator.
Yeah. So it was pretty complicated.
It was pretty cool, though. I thought that was a cool thing that they made it so it wasn't just like, we got to find the bombs and disarm them. It had another element to it.
Yeah. No, they definitely had, and that led to the whole suspense part. Is Ethan going to be able to pull the key?
Right, especially because they lost communication because they got too far out of range.
Yeah.
So, so while that's going on, they find the first bomb pretty quick, and Luther's disarming it with the help of Julia. She helps him get into the guts of it.
Well, and I like what he said because what's his name? Benji is like, tell her to get out of here, and he's like, where's she gonna go?
Yeah, where's she gonna go? Might as well help. Like,
Yeah, so she's there helping.
she's a surgeon.
Yeah, she's got steady hands.
You don't watch The Office, do you?
No,
There's a
not in a long, long time.
heart surgeon #1, very steady hands. Anyway, so she stays and helps, and then there's bomb #2, which Benji and Elsa are looking for, and she finds Solomon Lane on the outskirts of town, finds the bomb in there, lets her guard down. She watched him walk into the house. Where'd you think went? She saw him see her
Yeah.
followed him into the house, and then let her guard down because she saw the bomb.
Yeah, she totally just kind of tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision, and I think he knew it
come
too.
on.
He like waited for her to do it. So she gets caught in one of those cool knots where if you try to get loose, it tightens around your neck.
Yeah.
I say cool, like, because that's very effective for villains. Not that I tie people up like that.
Hey, we don't know what you're into.
So Benji has to come save her, and that whole fight was nuts. Benji holds his own. He tries. He's a field agent. He knows how to fight. I mean,
He tries, but
Solomon,
man, he
Solomon Lane's like an equal to Ethan, so
Yeah. He ends up in a bad spot.
he does. So he ends up at the end of a noose, and she's tied up. She eventually gets her way. She's able to stand up and smash the chair, which I knew was coming, and it's always awesome.
Yeah.
Looks incredibly
great.
painful,
Yeah.
but you got to do it.
Yeah.
And she
Or
chokes,
let your friend die. Whatever.
yeah, she chokes out Lane and doesn't kill him because she has to save Benji.
Yeah, because Benji lost his stool because he kicked Lane to save her.
Right.
So yeah, he's like just dangling there, and
She
yeah,
at least chokes him out so he's unconscious. So here's the kicker. He's alive.
yeah.
Are we thinking Solomon Lane back for 7, or are we done with Solomon Lane?
Well, they transfer him off to
He's been
White Widow,
He's been
and then they give him to MI6.
Yeah, but he's been with transferring from government to government for the last 2 years anyway. Like, if they transfer him again, somebody's not going to try to break him out again.
I guess it could happen.
I don't know. We'll see.
Would they go with the same villain 3 movies in a row though?
I don't think so. I think we'll get a whole reset. I mean, I'd like to see a movie where nobody like doubts Ethan's intentions.
Right.
It'd be
It's like,
kind of
okay, Ethan, we trust you. Can you go do this?
right.
Okay.
It'd be kind of weird. But
Yeah, that'd be nice.
so then they got to cut the bomb, and I like the conversation they have. All right, we'll cut it on 2. Why 2? I don't know. Well, you want to? Why not 1? You want to cut it that close? It's just a second we won't get back, and I'm like, all right, well, that's a good rationale for making it the last second,
Yeah.
because they don't know
They
if
needed
Ethan's
it.
going to pull the key.
Yeah, they have no idea if it's already pulled or if he's gonna get close or
If they're all
it's gonna
die.
work. Might as well do it on 1.
Yeah.
That way, if you mess up, you don't have time to think about it.
Yep. It's just a second we won't get back. And of course, Ethan gets it, saves the day.
Were you fooled at all? Because the screen just goes white for like 8 seconds,
And then the sun comes up or
and
whatever.
then the
like,
sun is over in there, and you're like, is that a mushroom cloud?
I was not fooled. Were you?
Bit. I was like, is this gonna be a bad ending?
That'd be cool.
Because-
That would have been
Because
or
if they're gonna do a whole reset, and if they're gonna do a whole
just
reboot,
Ethan in the dark all alone.
just Ethan in the mountain by himself, and then everyone he knew and cared about is gone.
That would be pretty cool.
So, I mean, it could have been something.
Or
but-
there was a third bomb. Like off somewhere, like not in the camp.
But didn't they have the third?
Yeah, I'm
plutonium?
just saying somebody already misplaced 3 pieces of plutonium. It's not possible somebody else missed one.
I guess.
Surprise! The plot twist you didn't see coming.
Yeah.
But
No, I thought for a second it might have gone off, but
I figured they were fine. Yeah, so great movie.
yeah, very fun roller coaster of a movie.
Yeah, I think it had a good amount of funny little throwbacks. It had a great amount of action, just keep you suspenseful. I'm glad that Danny buys all those because I'll be watching that one a lot.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome. And it's very rewatchable. There's a lot of different twists and depths to it.
Well, that's the thing I
So,
like
yeah.
watching about these, like going back, even watching the first one and knowing what you know. You catch subtle little things that they set up.
Yeah.
To see that what's his name is going to betray the IMF, and you can clearly see that they're being spied on when they're in that first, where the guy from isn't that the guy from Mighty Ducks gets smashed by the elevator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole first party, you can see the
I
other
thought
eye.
I thought about him today,
Me too. When he jumped
when
in
he-
the
when he's-
elevator shaft.
dangling from the lift. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, wouldn't you have a little bit of a?
I'm sad they stopped.
Trepidation?
I'm sad they stopped. I'm sad they stopped throwing back the scene where he does the drop with the rope after 4. That was the last one it was in, I think.
Which one?
I think they had Benji do it in 5, but Ethan hasn't done it. You know, from 1 where he dangles from the rope.
Oh,
So in 1, he dangles from the rope against and almost hits the ground. You know, the classic Mission Impossible thing.
yeah.
In 2, he goes through the vent to get the virus, and he does the same thing. He almost hits the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't happen in 3. I think it does, though. I was looking out for it. And then it happens
Well, 3 they dangle the guy out the airplane almost by one strap.
but in 4, he
In
does
4, it's the magnets with Jeremy Renner, right?
So maybe that's 5.
Is that 5?
Yeah, so Jeremy Renner's the one who does it in 5. And in 4, he does it over the Vatican wall. He jumps over the Vatican wall and then barely hovers over the ground. And then he takes this thing off and he looks like a priest. Hilarious scene where they argue in Italian in the middle
Yeah.
of the
They're
street.
yelling at each other.
And I'm like, it's like going to my in-laws. But they don't speak Italian. But they do yell at each other.
It's all the same.
I showed it to Sarah. I was like, look, it's like if your family spoke Italian. No, I'm just kidding. But we have fun. So, that's it. Mission Impossible 6. Anything else you want to add? Any beefs? We really didn't have very many beefs.
Not really, man. That movie was just solid and awesome. So I don't know.
Yeah, my only beef was that helicopter crash.
The graphics on it.
Well, no
that
human
was-
could survive that much crashing, but
Well, yeah, these are superhumans.
great.
I don't know.
Great movie.
As far as I really can't complain.
I will definitely be seeing that one again in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without a
Especially
doubt.
since Movie Pass was messed up today.
Did you have to pay for it?
I did. Well, not just pay for it. I had to pay the full matinee price because the card wasn't working.
I had to pay for it. Well, father paid for it.
Nice.
Yep.
No, as a testament to how good this movie was, I watched the whole thing without a drink and without popcorn, and I didn't mind at all.
Nice. I can't say
Yeah.
the same. I mean, I wouldn't have minded, but it was good. It was great. Definitely a rewatch. Man, just a solid movie.
Oh yeah.
No complaints.
Nope. 8.5, 9, 9.5.
I'm gonna give it a 9. Yeah, 9 plus.
I'm right up there with you. It's
9 plus.
It's great, and it might be the best Mission Impossible yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying it's my favorite. One's always good because it's one. You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's what it is, and 3's fantastic. But I think 4 might be my follow up to this one.
Yeah,
That,
4's
that
really
Kremlin
good.
explosion in 4.
Oh, the Kremlin.
I don't know. It just 4's good.
I think Solomon Lane is probably the second best villain, though. I love the villain in 3. Dusty.
Yeah. Wait, is that? Yeah.
What?
No. So 3's the Vatican. So 3's when he jumps over the wall and does the Vatican leap.
Yeah.
So 4 might be the magnets. No, 4 is not the magnets. 5's the magnets. I'll have to go
Are you
watch.
sure? Because 4, they're in the Middle East, right? It's got the Asian chick.
No, 4 doesn't have the. 4 does not have what's her name in it. 3 does, because she spills the wine on Seymour Hoffman's shirt,
Yeah.
and then in
It's got not. It's got the other.
it's got the other girl in it, the other woman.
Yeah.
I forget her name. 'Cause she kicks the one guy out the window, or the one girl out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
The
just
French-
kick her out the window.
Oh, is it Paula Patton? think that's her name.
Yeah, so that's the one with the Dubai, and that one's the Kremlin and the Dubai, right?
Yeah, with Vladimir something as the bad guy.
Yeah, and that one has the magnets because it has the questionable tech. It's all the questionable tech.
Yeah, it's all the stuff that's like prototype.
Yeah, so that one
keep
has the
breaking.
magnets, and then 5 he goes for a swim. Ethan goes for the swim, the 3-minute
Yeah.
swim.
It like drowns,
Yeah.
but doesn't drown.
Well, he does. He has to get revived.
Yeah, he drowns but doesn't drown. Like they revive him, so he's alive. So he didn't.
So he
technically
did drown. Oh, no, he technically did drown.
He did drown, but then he's alive.
By definition, he
Did-
did drown.
But he didn't die by drowning.
Correct.
Although
But
he probably should have.
actually, false. He did die by drowning.
Whatever.
He was revived
Semantics.
after dying by drowning. It's not semantics. He was dead. You were just dead a minute ago. What are you talking about? Sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't remember.
Should you be driving?
I'm fine.
Stairs. So yeah, great movies. All of them except for 2. All of them. We could just wipe 2.
Two had the best.
If we
Two
could
had
just
the best masks of all of them.
if we could just pretend this was number 5, it was the best movie. We could just pretend this was number 5, this series would have no blots against it. And that's the truth.
That's the truth, man. Mission Impossible is great, and we'll enjoy them for a long time.
But hey, it's something about number 2 because honestly, if we're looking at Fast and the Furious, which is working on number 9, getting released soon, which is going to be fine, I think. Instead of no, I'm just kidding. 2 sucked. I even like Tokyo Drift. It grew on me over the years. Tokyo Drift goes downhill when it becomes less about the racing and more about the love story. But before that, Tokyo Drift is a pretty good movie, and it sucks because the CGI
Listen.
comes out after the love story starts.
There are troubles with number 2, like
Bro.
see.
Dude. Oh, you're talking about Mission Impossible?
Yeah,
too?
I'm talking about Fast and Furious 2. I'm talking about Star Wars: Attack of the Clones number 2,
The Matrix 2.
The Matrix 2.
And you know what? And it's a big problem in music. Sophomore albums a lot of the time suck.
Yep.
That's just how it goes. I rewatched the Jurassic Park movies. They're on Netflix right now.
Oh yeah, number 2 of that was.
It's actually not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but I liked it
Eh.
better than number 3 actually this time around. Just because I like Jeff Goldblum more than I like angry Doctor whatever. I hate everyone. Dinosaurs. I hate them the most.
It's my spirit animal.
That's your spirit animal?
I hate them all.
Well, there's a guy in the newest Purge that is your spirit animal then. He's this crazy tweaker, and they're interviewing him. He's like, "Oh, I just hate everybody. I want to purge." And it's just creepy. I might do a review on that this week if I got some time, since you're not going to be around. But let's wrap this guy up. We kind of went on a
Let's
little
do
rant
it.
there. Tom Cruise,
Yeah, we got a little sidetracked.
killing it.
That's fun, right?
Keep him up. Yes, I think that is fun. Let's see what he's got before we wrap this up. Tom Cruise got Maverick coming out and Luna Park. I don't know what that is, but excited for
No
Maverick.
clue. Maverick looks like it's gonna be fun. Val Kilmer's coming back.
I still haven't watched the
I wonder-
movie.
I
It
wonder-
didn't get great reviews, but I still want to check that out.
I wonder if he's gonna get skinny. Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer's
He's gotten big.
he's chubby.
A little bit. Whatever, they'll CGI it out.
That face.
swear.
Click on his IMDb. It's a great face. Anyway, so Tom Cruise pumping these guys out. I know he's got a big hand in these movies, the direction they take and things like that. So, man,
Button your shirt, Val.
it's the noise I imagine him making in that picture.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm an actor. I've been in movies.
That's funny.
So next up, at least where you'll be around, what, the Meg?
Probably the Meg, right? Isn't that August 4th?
I think there was something else. Oh, well, I'm gonna go see Christopher Robin.
Oh yeah, I have to see that at some point, but you'll probably review it before I get back.
When does that come out?
I don't know.
I think it's like, it's the 3rd. So that's next week. So I probably will.
Yeah, go for it.
And then the Meg. So we'll hit up that, and then maybe we'll do Mile 22. I don't know what that's rated.
That's Wahlberg shooting everything. It'll be R.
Ooh, and then I'm gonna do the Predator for sure.
All right, let's get
All
out
right.
of here.
Naeem,
Let's let these people
go
go.
see it. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it twice. Anything else?
Agreed.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Check us out. Spotify, YouTube, Podbean.
Bye bye.
Throw us some comments, some likes. Bye.